just a few notes on the paragraph assignment that you had, in which you were asked to write a note to your friend Hiromi to meet them at the Ueno Zoo. It said to write a short note or a short letter explaining how to get there. Be sure to answer the question, why are you going there, in your letter, and you will be marked as per the rubric on the reverse. For full marks, you must go beyond chapter items. I just wanted to talk about a few things that came up in here. It didn't matter where you started, but you had to get out of the station, and many of you forgot to say even to leave that particular station. If you look at what you wrote, you were very good at saying go left and go right and go past, but what was missing or what were lacking were some of the things that gave it some detail that would push it from a satisfactory, even a good, up into an excellent. For many of you, you seem to you only used current chapter items. And that was a fault of not thinking beyond what we're doing now. I didn't see any please don'ts. I saw very few mays. I saw very few musts. I saw very few reasons that were beyond sort of one sentence. It's my birthday, so we're going to the zoo. I mean, reasons that gave sort of some details. I didn't see almost no joined adjectives or joining of any kind. In other words, I just saw basically go out, go straight, go around, go do this. I want to go back to the must for a second, because for me that was one of the most poorly done things I've seen. Must relies on you knowing two things. You have to know the plain negative, and then you were mostly doing na kereba narimasen, and then you're going to add kereba narimasen onto the end. Some of you just wrote a verb plus keriba narimasen, but that means nothing when you put it together. I want to talk about the plain negative. The plain negative is always formed the same way. For group one, you're going to drop the must. You're going to change the E sound to an A sound, and you're going to add nai. If your verb actually has an E like kaimas, that actual E will go to wa. So yomi masen yomanai, ikimasen ikanai, hanashimasen hanasanai, kaimasen kawanai. So that was a very poorly done thing. Secondly, once you have it in the plain negative, you need to drop the E, and then you can add the kereba narimasen. Totally, though, I had one person out of all the people who tried it do it correctly. The other thing that was lacking, no I think, from most of you. So if I may, when you come to the writing on Thursday, you need to think about going beyond current chapter items. The other thing that you need to do is you really need to check your spelling. I was really hard on spelling on this because this was essentially open book. So going beyond current chapter items if you want, giving details about certain things. As I said today, many of you said you may not go to the bookstore, which was, by the way, my example that I gave you before class, but not many of you said why. So just trying to think in more detail is, I guess, what I'm saying in line for Thursday. So for Thursday, think beyond this, check your spelling, and make sure that you know how to do the details of the grammar that you want to use.